Solo Ray has been out for a couple of days now. So we had a pretty good test on how she is under stressful situations, and in general, if you really want a quick summary, I will recommend you to pull her if you do not have a good DPS for the time being. Definitely, she's one of the top ones. Maybe a little bit below the versatility of, say, Scarlet, Modernia, Alice, and what's the fourth one? Oh, and of course Summer Anise. But she's definitely not bad. She's just slightly below them, and in some raids, in fact, she's probably can outperform them. It's just she's not very stable in sense of DPS due to her HP drain on herself. Okay, so let's talk about this real quick. This is her skill kit. Where is she? Ah, there you go. Okay, her skill kit. Skill 1, charge attack, charge damage increase, explosion radius increase. This means that she can take out most of the missiles in just one strike. Very useful on the current solo Ray, right? It's also very useful on mob clearing when you are trying to push for campaign levels, because just one hit will hit everybody. It will also increase her burst generation by a lot due to her number 2 skill, because number 2 skill is additional damage. Every time you do additional damage per enemy, you actually generate more burst gauge as well. So this makes her like a burst generation monster, basically. This only happens 1 per enemy, not 1 per parts, but 1 per enemy. So just to remember that. So on bosses, this generation goes down a little bit. Okay, and she of course has increased damage to damage parts, which is very useful as well. Okay. And her burst, it is a self-damage burst, basically berserker mode. Decrease her HP every second, increase her attack, and increase charge speed. Overall, she's really good, and the only issue is she has really fast reload. Okay. I wonder what's going on. Take a look. Does this reload for me? There you go. See, that's how fast she reloads. So it's actually really good. The only issue is the fact that Shiftout has decided to build in a delay per se. Like, that's after I let it go. There's like a 1 second delay. Okay. And the issue comes with the 1 second delay is that you cannot do quick shots to generate more burst like all the other rocket launcher characters if you want to. And second is the fact that if you are on the automatic mode, I know a lot of players use, me included, use automatic shooting mode, aiming mode, when we are shooting. And what her delay does is the fact that if you're on the automatic aiming mode, she will target other priority targets compared to yours. For example, in the solo raid, let me show this. In the solo raid, if you point her onto a different boss part, she might actually have her cruiser drift afterwards, after you release the Muspelin, which is very problematic. But other than that, her comms are really good. She can destroy a lot of missiles in one attack. She can hit multiple enemy parts in one attack as well. So this means that her DPS is actually really high in a raid like this. See, let me show you. See, I want to aim here. It goes down automatically, which is, wait, why am I doing challenge mode? I don't do challenge mode. Okay, but anyway, so that is her pros, and let's talk about her cons. Actually, no, I'm sorry. Okay, so what else is her pros? She can also stay in burst mode indefinitely if you keep up with her heal. So some people would like to use her as a 30 DPS part, but generally that's not recommended, due to the fact that her skill 1 and skill 2 are just too good to put her as a continuous bursting part as a slot 3 for burst. Okay. Her cons, due to the delay on that attack, she is not very good at quick time event bosses. Okay. Because of the delay, like sometimes, and remember, under auto, her targeting tends to shift like this. So she has a mind of herself where she want to aim, and sometimes that's very detrimental. You need to turn off automatic targeting if you don't want to deal with that. Okay? Okay, what else? You need to consistently keep her top off, so that means you have to have a dedicated healer on the team. I know for some characters, some campaign areas, you actually don't want to have a healer because you just want to have as much DPS as possible, right? But she needs a healer to keep her off, to keep her really in good shape. Okay? Okay, what else is her cons? That's pretty much it. Oh, also her own health drain means that sometimes she will get taken off of her burst mode. Okay? And it is not, you're going to need some certain characters, and you need to be careful of who you use for your healers. Okay? So one of her very last cons is she currently has a graphic display issues. Shifa decided to put her burst display. Like you want to keep track that she's in her burst mode all the time, right? The issue is, for example, her burst, the spirit of the red coloring, is the very last layer on her. This means that you cannot put her on slot 2 or 4 or else this happens. See, if you are viewing her on the side, her burst stage color disappears. It's a weird visual bug, but I think that's just Shifa decided to do the design again for some reason. It's gonna make you feel that she's out of her burst mode, but she isn't. It's just display issues, graphic display issues. Okay. Team. She is cube. Let's talk about her cube first. She actually not very cube heavy, as I mentioned before, because due to the fact that she has very fast reload speed, and her charge speed during burst attack is not that slow. So she's not very heavily dependent on cubes. All she needs is the best cube that you can give her to get her a higher stat. Okay, so do Bastion, Resilient, whatever you have, distribute it among her peers, and just give her whatever that's left, or that's the highest level you can get, and she'll be pretty happy. She'll be pretty happy about it. And let's see. For her gears, I don't really have that good of a overload gear on her, due to the fact that I am severely lack in rocks. Okay, but the best stats for her is plus attack. And what the issue is that when you do plus attack, a lot of times that will make the silver ray boss target her. So alternatively, some people do increase elemental damage and increase crit chance, charge rate, or maximum ammo to try to sidestep the fact that it will get her the highest attack in the team, so she doesn't get targeted as often. And remember, when she's targeted, it makes her very vulnerable to be taken out of her attack rotations. She also typically runs on a lower HP compared to her to the rest of the attackers on the team, due to the fact that she always has a health drain going on, right? Okay, team. What you want to do for her team is the fact that she, let's see, okay. I can't, man. Okay, there you go. What you want to do for her team is that she needs a healer that can heal at least 100% of the healer's HP every 40 seconds rotation or so. Or 40 seconds, because some healer is on a 40-second rotations, and that's what based on off of. Alternatively, you can think of it as like 50% in every 20 seconds, right? That's how much it's gonna require to keep up with her HP drain. I use 40 seconds also because A2 can, every 40 seconds you're gonna burst with her. Shorter if you have reductions, but roughly every 40 seconds you're gonna burst with her. So if you're just a little bit off of 100%, that's fine. It just means that she'll be leaning, like she will be going off of her burst mode for a few seconds. That's it. not too bad. Not ideal, but that's also not too bad. Okay. Let me see. I can't play the lobby music, can I? Yeah. Wait. Did I just? Okay. Okay. Anyway, and her heal, her team support. What do you want to do for her team? Most of the time, you want to have. Okay, let's take a look. Mock battle. You want to have, like I said, a healer that does at least 100% every 40 seconds of a healer's HP. This means that most of the time, you either want to use Summer Mary. You can use Rapunzel. Where's Rapunzel? Or you can use Blanc. All of them will heal about 100% of the healer's HP bar. Of course, the better invested your healers are, the more they can cover. They can cover A2's health. Alternatively, you can use Pepper. Pepper probably requires Privity to actually make sure that she heals all the way. Okay. And what does it call? Rapunzel is actually a very ideal healer for her, except that she doesn't really work well with the rest of her attacking kit. If you want more DPS, you probably don't have Rapunzel, because the other Rapunzel is basically a 60-second burst, right? So she's just taking one slot out of your team rotation just for dedicated healer. But Rapunzel's heal is she targets 3 lowest HP teammates, right? This means she is a much better dedicated healer compared to Summer Mary, and compared to Summer Mary that heals everyone. Blanc is a little bit better as well, because Blanc's burst heals 30%, right? 30%. Well, it goes higher as you level up, about 30% for 10 seconds for the lowest HP members. So when you have that will actually work as well. Where is she? Where's Summer Mary for this team? Okay. So another thing is you can use Frema. The issue with Frema is Frema heals about 88%, 85% HP. If you have her heavily invested, she can probably heal up as well. But Frema doesn't recover that much HP. You can also use Noise. Noise heals about like 60%, if I recall my calculation. 60% HP of her HP every 40 seconds. But she's also a taunter, so she can actually take a lot of the heat off of A2, which will be very ideal. You just have to use a secondary healer with Noise, or else you are going to have issues with HP. You can run this like this. This is okay. Yeah, okay. You can run a team like this, and you are not gonna have any healing issues to keep A2 top off. Okay. And that's pretty much it. Oh yes, you can alternatively you have Soda. Soda also works with Helm. Really? Yeah, because Helm actually provides quite a bit of healing, given that A2 can actually provide a lot of damage herself. So the health steal from Helm actually works really well. And that is pretty much it. She is in general a very, very useful and a very good DPS. As you can see, I'm just gonna run this off another 40-second cycle so you can tell. I mean, those are annoying, right? One shot, that's all it takes. One shot and all the bombs are out. Okay, as you can see, this team can actually keep her in burst mode very, very well. And of course the visual bug is there, and that was gone because of the slight delay of burst. Okay, I shouldn't use a novel for that one, because novel doesn't have a burst cooldown. If with burst cooldown, Noise can actually heal her up quite fast. And let's take a look. her usefulness is actually very, very good. If you take a look at the raid rankings, pretty much almost every single raid person has A2 on the team, and they all use her as one of the main rotations, right? So for example, this is the top players in NA. She has A2 right here with Blanc. Number 2 doesn't use A2. Number 3 uses A2, and this is, of course, used with Blanc. A4 and number 4, I believe, uses A2 as well, and I can't have Blanc as well. Number 5 uses A2 with Blanc. Pretty much every one of them uses it with Blanc because, like I said, Blanc is a very good dedicated healer. And if you pair her up with the Atlas, that'll be great because Atlas is a very strong single attack, but she sucks at going against the missiles and projectiles. Having A2 on your team just means that you don't ever have to worry about projectiles, right? And let's see here. Number 7, you can probably see A2 here. Yeah, I see. Number 8, A2 somewhere. Yeah, A2. Number 9. Pretty much everyone has A2 with Blanc and Nord team in terms of max DPS. And I believe that is it for our A2 reviews. And I would say she is definitely one of the top characters in terms of DPS, just slightly below Scarlet, Alice, whereas Modernia and Summer Anise. If you do not have those 4, or if you are lacking any of those 4s, I would strongly recommend you to pull at least one A2. She actually performed better than 2B in a lot of cases in the current raid, just due to the fact that bosses has so many parts and so many missiles. Future boss, I don't know, but at least for the time being, she is a very good, worthwhile investment, even at just one copy, right? I mean, if her ability to clear missiles doesn't have to be too high of attack power. Just as long as you can clear missiles with ease, this will take a lot of pressure off of your main DPS. For example, most people pair her up with Alice. That means that Alice can just focus on single damage parts, while A2 in her burst mode consistently can clear just everything else. With that being said, thank you very much for watching, and I very, very strongly suggest you to get her. Her dress is just beautiful, right? Okay, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.